All right. You know how everyone's always fascinated by lost civilizations?
Yeah, like those societies that were super advanced and then just vanished.
It's like one thing to see like a cool crumbling temple on TV, but it's another to really get how they pulled it off back then.
Right, with the tech they had? Totally. It's
Yeah.
mind-boggling.
So today we're doing a deep dive into two of the biggest ones, the Maya and the Inca.
Oh, yeah, those are the classic.
You might think you know them, but we're going way past the basic stuff.
Buckle up.
We're talking about their achievements, their innovations, and the mysteries that are still out there.
Mysteries.
Oh, yeah, tons. Like what really happened to the Maya, and how did the Inca build cities in the clouds?
I'm intrigued already.
So let's start with the Maya. They were in Mesoamerica, which is basically present-day Mexico and Central America.
Right.
And their civilization lasted for like, well, a really long time. From around 2000 BCE to 1500 CE.
That's, what, over 3,000 years?
Yeah, something like that. Now, everyone's heard about how smart they were, but their astronomy is where it gets really crazy.
Oh, yeah, their calendar. That's the thing everyone knows.
But it goes way deeper than just like knowing when to plant corn.
Okay, so how accurate was this calendar?
They could predict eclipses.
Ah.
They could track the movements of planets. All this without telescopes or computers.
Whoa, seriously? Just by looking at the sky?
That's what's so amazing about them.
So tell me more about the calendar. Like, how did it work?
Well, they actually had several calendars, all linked together. It's super complex.
I bet. And they used it for everything, right?
Oh, yeah. Agriculture, religious ceremonies, political events. Basically, everything in their lives revolved around this calendar.
Ah, interesting.
And then there's the whole zero thing.
Oh, right. They invented zero.
Well, they independently came up with the concept.
That's a huge deal.
Totally. It changed math forever. Suddenly, you could do much more complicated calculations.
Imagine trying to do long division with Roman numerals.
Exactly. Their number system, with zero and place value, was way ahead of its time.
That makes their cities even more impressive, right?
Oh, absolutely. We're talking about places like Tikal and Chichen Itza. These weren't just random piles of stones.
What were they like then?
These were meticulously planned urban centers with grid systems, advanced water management, and massive pyramids.
The pyramids are iconic. What were they used for?
Well, they served as temples, palaces, and get this,
What?
observatories. They were aligned with celestial events.
So they built these massive structures to line up with the stars.
It shows you how deeply their knowledge was integrated into their lives.
Makes you wonder what else they knew.
Exactly. And their writing system was equally complex. It wasn't just pictures. They had glyphs, kind of like our alphabet.
Right, but way more intricate, I imagine.
Definitely. It was a combination of phonetic elements, which represent sounds,
Okay.
and ideographic elements, representing entire ideas or concepts.
Wow, that's complex.
And the crazy thing is, a lot of Maya texts are still undeciphered.
Really? So we can't read them?
Not all of them. It's like having a giant library, but only being able to read a few pages.
So frustrating. It's like they left us this giant puzzle to solve.
That's a great way to put it. And then there's the big mystery, their collapse, around 900 CE.
What happened? Did everyone just disappear overnight?
It wasn't quite that sudden, but their major cities were mostly abandoned. And we still don't know for sure why.
There must be some theories.
Oh, there are plenty. Some think it was environmental degradation, maybe deforestation or unsustainable farming practices.
That makes sense. If they damaged their environment, it could have led to their downfall.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Others think it was warfare or maybe even prolonged droughts. It was probably a mix of factors, but the exact cause is still a puzzle.
It makes you think even the most advanced societies are vulnerable.
For sure. Okay, so let's shift gears and head south to the Andes Mountains.
Andes Mountains.
The Inca. Their empire was massive, the largest in the pre-Columbian Americas. They were around from the 13th to the 16th centuries.
Okay, got it. The Inca.
Now, when you think Inca, what comes to mind?
Machu Picchu. Those pictures are unreal.
It's even more breathtaking in person. This lost city was hidden high in the Andes until the early 1900s.
I can't even imagine how they built it.
The engineering is incredible. The stonework is so precise. The stones fit together perfectly without any mortar.
No mortar. How is that even possible?
It's a testament to their skill and understanding of the land. And speaking of incredible feats, have you heard about their roads?
I've heard they had a pretty extensive road system.
Extensive doesn't even begin to describe it. Imagine over 39,000 kilometers of roads and trails crossing mountains, deserts, and jungles.
39,000! That's more than the circumference of the Earth.
And they built it all without modern tools. Think about the logistics of that.
It must have been crucial for communication and trade.
Absolutely. It held their vast empire together. They had relay runners called chasquis who could deliver messages and goods across incredible distances.
Wow, like ancient marathon runners.
Pretty much. And they weren't just masters of transportation and construction, they were also agricultural pioneers.
Agriculture. Weren't they in the mountains?
They were, which is why they developed terraced farming. They carved steps into the steep slopes to create more farmable land.
Ingenious. It's like they were practicing sustainable agriculture centuries ago.
And they had this unique way of keeping records called the quipu. It was a system of knotted cords.
Knotted cords. How did that work?
The type of knot, the color of the cord, the position of the knots, it all had meaning.
What did they record with it?
Everything, from population counts and taxes to historical events and maybe even poems.
So it was like a 3D spreadsheet made of string.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
And they were also skilled metal workers, those beautiful gold objects you see in museums.
The Inca made those.
Yeah. Intricate jewelry, tools, and weapons. They really were masters of many crafts.
Okay, so we know how the Maya declined. What about the Inca? Was it similar?
Not quite. Unlike the Maya, the Inca's fall was more abrupt and dramatic.
I'm guessing this is where the Spanish conquistadors come into the picture.
Unfortunately, yes. While the Inca were a powerful force, they were no match for the Spanish with their horses, guns, and sadly, diseases.
Diseases.
The Inca had no immunity to European diseases like smallpox. It ravaged their population and weakened their empire.
That's tragic. So it was a combination of conquest and disease that brought them down.
Pretty much. But even though these civilizations are gone, they still have so much to teach us.
What do you mean?
Think about the Nazca lines in Peru. Those massive geoglyphs etched into the desert. We still don't know for sure what their purpose was.
And what about Paititi, that legendary lost city of the Inca? Is that real?
Some people believe it is, and the search continues. And with new technology like LiDAR scanning, who knows what else we'll discover.
LiDAR, isn't that used for self-driving cars?
It is, but archaeologists are using it to create detailed 3D maps of landscapes. You can see through dense vegetation, revealing ancient structures that have been hidden for centuries.
Right, so they can see beneath the jungle?
Exactly. Recently, they uncovered over 60,000 previously unknown Maya structures in Guatemala using LiDAR.
That's amazing. It's like these ancient civilizations are still revealing their secrets.
And they offer insights into more than just the past. They dealt with sustainability, resource management, urban planning, all challenges we're still dealing with today.
You're right, they were way ahead of their time in many ways.
So if you're feeling inspired to learn more, definitely do it. There's so much out there to explore. Check out your local library, visit a museum, or even just go down a Wikipedia rabbit hole.
You won't be disappointed. These civilizations remind us that while societies may rise and fall, the human spirit of innovation and discovery is timeless.
And there are still so many mysteries out there waiting to be uncovered. Who knows what amazing things we'll find next?
Exactly. That's the beauty of it, right? There's always more to learn.
That's the beauty of deep dives like this one. Always more to explore.
Always.